Hi, my name is Muhammad Amshah and this is my Em3 video assignment.
For part A, the Euler method and how to derive its formula via the graph. Euler method is a method used to approximate solutions to differential equations when it is difficult to get the exact answer. The graph on the left shows how the value increases. There is an x and a y value which are labeled xn and yn. From xn, the value will move by h to the right and upwards, giving us the new value of yn plus 1. The difference between yn and yn plus 1 is h times f prime of x. Hence, the formula derived from the graph for Euler's method is yn plus 1 equals to yn plus h times f prime of x. Meanwhile, the graph on the right shows the difference between the approximation values and the actual values. Next, for part B, to solve IVP, I have created 4 columns labeled N, Xn, Yn, and actual. Yn is the current Y value, Xn the current X value, N is the step number, and actual stands for the actual value solved in part C using the general formula. Now, let me show you how I applied Euler's method to approximate the solution. For the first row, it is according to the question, and hence when x is equals to 0, y will be equal to 1. For the next following rows, I use the formula yn plus 1 equals to yn plus h times f prime of x, which was derived from the graph, whereby h is the step size. When using the formula, I just subbed in all of my values from the table. For example, in row 9, my formula was 1.1 plus 0.1 times 0.1 square plus 1 divided by 1.1. I just repeated all these steps until I got my final value, which is when x is equals to 1, y is equals to 1.91138 after rounding up. Next, for part C, to find y when x is equals to 1, find the general solution, we first have to find out what is y. Hence, I've written down how to solve for y here. The initial equation is dy over dx equals to x squared plus 1 over y. Firstly, we integrate both sides to get half y squared equals to 1/3 x cubed plus x plus c. Next, we'll multiply both sides by 2 and square root the right side to get y equals to square root 2 over 3 x cubed plus 2x plus c. Using the initial condition y equals to 1 when x is equals to 0, we find that c is equals to 1. And hence, the final formula is square root 2 over 3 x cubed plus 2x plus 1. Lastly, we sub in x equals to 1 and we get the final answer of 1.91485. Hence, the error is only about 0.00348, which is very small, proving that Euler method is very accurate with its approximations.
Thank you for watching.